Do you want to get better at sound design and you're looking for a challenge? Just keep watching. The rules are simple. You can only use one sound source in your stock DAW plugin. You will have to create a drum kit consisting of a kick drum, a snare, an open hi-hat, a closed hi-hat, a bass, lead one shot, and last but not least a pad. No sound generators allowed. You will have to pick a 5-second sound source from YouTube which doesn't have any conventionally tonal sounds, so no instruments. Only natural and mechanical sounds are allowed. Now grab the recording and let's start. First I need a strong transient and a tail. Let's pitch it down a bit. Now we will need a frequency shifter set to 20 kHz and feedback all the way up. A transient processor with the sharpest shapes, high attack, low release. An EQ to get rid of the highs and accentuate the low end. And of course an Edison instance. Now manipulate the pitch knob and record everything. Scan through the recording and pick up parts that sound like a kick. Here's what I have. This sounds like an okay kick already, but it's too boring. Let's layer it with the other parts to give it more character. Now the kick's ready. This sound is actually perfect for the snare. Just look at these two sections. Once again we're taking a good old trusted effect chain. Transient processor set to sharpest shapes with the attack all the way up and release at about 40%. Clean up the EQ a bit. And I will set the frequency shifter until it kinda sounds like a clap. And adjust the dry wet signal to hear that crunch. Now let Edison record and experiment with the EQ so that you can do some layering later on. I selected these four. I'll now experiment with some stretching and layering. Some post-processing. And there we go. Let's start with the hi-hats. I'll take this part of the sound, start recording, and do some good old sample scrubbing. Now I'll use the transient processor with a high attack, high release, and a high pass hit. And it's time to export, stretch, and layer the sound we got. Fade in, pitch shifting, and some more EQ. Done. For the closed hi-hat, I want to do a mix of these two sounds. Transient processor with high attack, low release, a low pass, and now the interesting part. Take a multi-band delay, add some feedback, and experiment with different bands while changing the pitch on the frequency shifter while recording everything. We'll probably end up with quite a lot of hi-hats using this method. Let's see what sounds best. I think these 5 are here to stay. We cannot use any sound generators, but that's not a big deal. Set up an EQ where the frequency bands correspond to the C note and make them super narrow. Repeat the process with second EQ instance to just have that C note sound. Now record it. Let's take a small part of the sound and export it. Stretch it and then correct the pitch. Fade it out a bit. Some transient processing until you get the sound you want. Now there's this annoying frequency at the end that I need to get rid of. A bit of a fade in at the beginning and a fade out at the end to get rid of the click. Now let's get the sound wave we used for the bass. It's missing a click, but nothing a multi-band delay can't fix. Now add a fruity convolver with a spring reverb and mess around with the settings. Record it and pick out an individual note. Normalize it, fade out and export. Open it in the sampler channel and use the crossfade option to loop it. Getting a bit tired of the sound wave, let's change it up a bit with a wave shaper. Now crossfade the note, adjust the length and add a healthy amount of attack. Add a convolver reverb, a vintage chorus, and we're ready to go. Here are all the sounds we made today. Now I'll be back in a second with a beat I made using these samples. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you followed the challenge along and now have a brand new drum kit that's 100% unique to you. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one.